Welcome to Around Kitsap. We are in the Kitsap County Court House for a really fabulous program called Mock Trial. This program is available throughout the state, but I don't know all those details. We're going to hear those details from Eric Schmidt. Eric is the state coordinator for the YMCA for the Mock Trial program, so he's going to give us an overview. Also joining us is Zach Padayo. Zach is from the Haselwood Y right here in our Kitsap County. So Eric, tell us about Mock Trial. Give us the overview, how it started, what's the purpose?
Certainly. Mock Trial started in the state in 1989, and it was really small back then with about 6 teams participating across the state. Since then, we've added a few more teams. We're now upwards of around 60 teams across the state and that serve about 800 students.
Wow. And the YMCA started this program, and then how did they get the momentum to get into schools and churches and that kind of thing?
Certainly, yeah. The Bar Association was really critical in getting the program started. Nice. And really passed the program on to us to kind of take it to that next level. And so we've been running this competition for about 26 years, and it's just been growing, and we pride ourselves that any student can do this program. Doesn't matter your financial situation, doesn't matter where you're from. All you need is a dedicated adult and a couple team members, and you can get a program started. Mm-hmm. Zach, tell us about what we see in the courtroom. It's a whole team of kids, all the roles. Tell us about that.
You know, so what's really neat is these students, they come from 3 different high schools, and you know, they started out wondering, hey, what in the world, how are we supposed to do this? And showing them a video, this is what the end result is going to be like. This is going to be you know, and encouraging they can do this. So the different components of it, you have the prosecution, you have the defense, you have the bailiff, and you also have the witnesses. And so each of the students is able to fit into one of those roles or multiple roles. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of work cut out for them.
So for instance, if you're the witness, you have to learn your lines and get into character. And we saw some evidence of that in our footage. Zach, what role does the Haselwood Y play in the mock trial? You help get the children, the youth prepared. You're providing them space to practice and to meet, is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. We want to be able to provide an area which students can grow in, you know, and reach whatever their goals are. Some of them want to become attorneys, mm-hmm. You know, which is awesome. So we want to provide that space. So every week we open up that space for them in our community room at the Y. And what we also do is we try to make sure that no matter what their situation is, they will be able to attend. So making accommodations. Hey, how can we help you with this? And
good
communication with parents and things like that. We want to make sure that they're able to join mock trial and be successful at that. So.
Right. It is all about success. Eric, one more time, how many kids are participating? Today is the district tournament. We are at the district tournament at our Kitsap County Court House. And how many kids are participating, and then what's the next step from here?
Sure. Yeah, so we have 8 district tournaments that are happening around the state of Washington. From there, we're going to take the top 24 teams from out of 60 teams total, and they're going to be invited to the state competition in Olympia.
Wow.
Yep. And from those 24 teams, we are going to have 1 state champion, and that team goes on to represent the state of Washington at the national competition. And 2 years ago, we were the national champions.
For real? Mm-hmm. Washington State was?
Washington State.
Wow. Do you remember where the national tournament's going to be held this year?
It is going to be held in Boise, Idaho.
Cool. Very cool. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the work that you do, because coordinating this on the state level is a lot of work, and I bet you don't do it alone. I bet there's a whole bunch of you that help with that. And Zach, as always, the Y is a fabulous partner with you. Thank you for all that the Y does and yourself. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're going to talk to Judge Yawns about the court and judges' involvement in this program. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Around Kitsap. With me now is Judge Jeffrey Yawns. Judge, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Judge, Yawns is the regional contact for mock trial. Judge, how long have you been involved with mock trial?
I was asked when I was an attorney about 10, 11 years ago to be an attorney rater for mock trial in Olympia at the statewide competition. And then when I became a judge about 7 years ago, they asked me to be a judge. And then the last couple of years, I became the regional coordinator for the Kitsap and Port Townsend divisional round.
Mm-hmm. Tell us your impression of these young people. There are certainly, we're seeing kids today that it's their very first time, and then some kids that have maybe participated for a couple years. What's your impression of these young people?
It really is an amazing thing to see how they perform. They're high school kids, so they could be from 9th grade to 12th grade. I've done this long enough now where I see students that have basically grown through the program. And so they're here for a couple of years, and I see them in then maybe year 3, year 4, and to watch their growth and their confidence and their ability to speak, direct thoughts to the judge, to the jury, respond unexpectedly to objections and judge questions as well, and then to be able to do that quick on their feet, respond, and be very confident, speak up so you can hear what they have to say. It really is an amazing process to watch these kids. And last year I had a judge who was a judge for the first time, and he afterwards accused me of having law school mock trial students pretending to be younger because he couldn't believe how skilled these high school kids were with respect to their poise and their confidence in discussing their trials and attempting to win their cases. And so it really has been an amazing thing to see these high school children do this.
That's very cool. Judge, share with us the names of our local judges that are helping today and volunteering, helping these young people.
Well, this year in the divisional round that we have here in Kitsap County, we have 9 different attorneys who are willing to donate their time for several hours to be the raters, and they'll be the ones that will judge who will be the team that goes forward. We also have 3 trials, so we have 3 separate judges, and this year Commissioner Ed Wolf, he's a local attorney, and he's a county commissioner. He was our first judge this morning. Our second judge is from Bremerton. He's a Bremerton Municipal Court Judge James Doctor. And our final judge this afternoon is a Superior Court judge. He's Kitsap County Superior Court Judge Kevin Hull. And so the 3 of them will be the judges for today. I don't know about Commissioner Wolf, but I know Judge Hull and Judge Doctor and I are going to be involved with the Olympia statewide tournament, and we will be judges at that, and we're going to each judge 2 trials. It's over a 3-day event with all the teams around the state that will be competing to be the winner, who will then go on to the National Mock Trial Championships.
Well, Judge, thank you so much for your involvement in this program and really mentoring these young people. It's tremendous to see these young people and the confidence that they exude, and really the love for the law that many of them have voiced. So thanks for your involvement, and thanks for hosting us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
24 minutes and 23. All right. Is this yours, Judge?
Welcome back to Around Kitsap. We're in the Kitsap County Court House. We've seen some footage of the mock trial, and that's what our whole focus is today. I'd like to introduce you to some parents of one of the participants from the Silverdale team. This is Aaron and Kelly Lavelle. Welcome.
Hi, Shar.
So Aaron and Kelly's son, Kellen Lavelle, has participated in this program for 2 years now. Aaron, what has this done? What has this program done for Kellen?
Yeah, I think it's done quite a few things for him. You know, when Kellen was just a toddler, he was very verbal and was quite the talker. So for this opportunity for him is just fits him perfectly.
Cool. So it's channeled all his verbal skills into positive and negative arguing.
Well, yes. So no, I think the program's been really great. So early on, we used to joke around that Kellen, would probably someday be an attorney with some of those skills, and so he's always expressed that. And to have this opportunity through the Y in the schools,
Really excellent.
has developed those skills and has provided him hands-on coaching from two outstanding attorneys here in town. And, you know, they're able to take where the kids where they're at and start developing those skills.
Right. Kelly, what's your impression of this program and how it's helped your son really blossom into what a future that he's really, really focusing on?
Well, and I think it's so important that they get the confidence that it's hard to get in other situations besides having the opportunity to do something like this. And you know, we always joke that he's very persuasive at home and convincing in his arguments, and we hear that from his teachers often. And it's nice to really give them an outlet to try this and see if law or going into public service is something that they're interested in.
Really excellent. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're going to talk to Kellen right next. Stay with us. Welcome back. With me now is Kellen Lavelle. You've seen some footage of Kellen actually arguing in front of, they're actually called judges, correct? Yeah. This is Kellen's second year in this program, correct, Kellen?
Yeah.
Kellen, you're a junior in high school. What is it about this program that you really like?
I think it's just a really wonderful experience for people that want to explore the field of law and public servitude, you know, kind of thing. And it's just really insightful into what it's going to be like.
So tell us about the amount of work you had to do. You're a student, junior in high school, CK High School, and now you're doing this mock trial. So I know you've got some homework to do for school, and I'm sure you've got a lot of prep for this program. Tell us about that balance.
Mock trial, like, it seems and it comes across as like a lot of work, but like there are a lot of people around you that are willing to help, and a lot of the coaches are really good with helping and like actually like being a part of it. Like, it's not just a distance thing. And so the workload really gets reduced because you really get acquainted with the people that you do it with, and it doesn't feel like work after a while. It's just something that's really fun.
Nice, very nice. So Kellen, what would you say to other students anywhere in this county that are maybe seeing this program and going, that's kind of cool stuff? How could you encourage them?
Definitely, if it's something that you're considering, then I definitely would say just go for it and give it a try. If you don't like it, let it go. But I mean, that's not a possibility. I know you're going to like it. But it's one of the greatest things I've ever done, and I am going to do it next year. So.
And who knows, like Judge Wolf said in Chambers, I bet he's going to see you sometime in one of these chambers in Kitsap County. Very well done, Kellen. We're really proud of you. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're going to talk to more of the team of the mock trial. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Around Kitsap. I'd like to introduce you to the coaches of the Kitsap mock trial team, Stacy Saunders and Ashley Armstrong. Of course, these women are practicing attorneys in Silverdale. How long have you been an attorney?
Oh, about 15 years now.
Both of you?
Yeah, Ashley's
10, 15 years. Wow. So you're seeing some pretty impressive kids coming through this program. Stacy, I know you participated in a program similar to this, or maybe it was the mock trial program when you were in high school. When you look at these kids doing this, do you go, yeah, I was as awesome as that?
Well, one of the first stories that I tell them when we get started is that the first time I ever set foot in a courtroom was my junior year of high school. It was terrifying. It was an old style courthouse with the marble floors and the wooden paneling and the judges in their robes, and they were questioning us, and the experience was overwhelming, but then the thrill of getting through it and then getting a little bit better as we went along and ultimately progressing on to state and a national competition in Wisconsin was just one of the strongest experiences I had in high school. So for us, it's this great opportunity to kind of give it back to this generation.
Yeah, and really mentor these kids, because as we just heard, Kellen this is his second year. He promises to come back, and he's really focusing on the law for his future, which is really cool that you can mentor some kids like that. Ashley, tell us about the Kitsap team. How many kids are on the team?
This year we have 11 students.
Wow.
In the past we've had up to 15, which compromises a full team. And this year we have students from all three Central Kitsap high schools, Bremerton High School, and even a student from South Kitsap.
That's great. Tell us about the level of commitment for these kids. It starts in the fall, is that correct? And tell us about meetings and prep and what they need to commit to.
It does. It starts really about as soon as school starts. We begin recruiting at the schools. We go in and we meet in some of the classes and answer their questions, share a video about what mock trial looks like.
Cool.
So you'll be helping with that.
Yeah, cool.
And ultimately, we try to get them to come to the Y. That's a challenge for us because these kids are not all from the same school. So there's a lot of team building work that kind of goes into that up front, learning to trust each other, learning to work together.
Awesome.
It's much more than just the skills that it takes to become a lawyer.
Are they meeting just once a week at first, Ashley, and then?
Yeah, we meet once a week at the YMCA. Practices every Thursday at 3 o'clock, and then we do that weekly all the way through this district tournament here in February.
Yeah, wow. So, if you're seeing this and you're a young person in high school that might be interested in something like this, it'll be next fall when school starts that you want to talk to counselors, get in touch with either Stacy or Ashley. Really good program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for what you're doing with kids. We've enjoyed being here. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us today around Kitsap, and we want to thank specifically Judge Jeffrey Yawns. He opens the courthouse for the district tournament for the mock trial, has been involved for many, many years. Thank you, Judge Yawns, for your support of this program. Also, I want to thank the coaches, Ashley Armstrong and Stacy Saunders, the kids that participated today, the volunteer judges that are serving and actually sitting on the bench today, and also the youth that participated, and especially the YMCA for organizing these mock trial programs, making sure they happen, making sure coaches have proper information. If you're interested in the mock trial program, the website is on the screen. We ask you to check it out. Thanks for joining us today around Kitsap. We'll see you next time.